actually are already half live on the other one. Okay, we are
Hey
live
everyone,
here.
welcome to the R&D Café. I'm Dennis Tardon and I'm here with.
Renee Yaworsky, who's still.
Thank you.
We
How's
are.
my audio today?
I think it sounds good, but I don't want to get in trouble. But I do know we're live
It
on
wasn't
YouTube
in
now.
trouble. It wasn't in trouble. It was just that I felt that there was a hollowness and it
Hmm.
embarrassed me and, about what I did. I'm trying to
Yes.
get
Well,
as big as
Jonathan's
you.
gonna. What'd you say?
I'm trying to get as big as you.
Oh, I know it's weird, right? I hate being giganto woman. Jonathan is here. Jonathan, can you see if our? Can you tell if it's our sound? Our sound is good.
Well, I just wanted to know because I had a very hollow sound. I had a very hollow sound the last.
You see? Look what we have here, guys. Ha. All right. Jonathan's going to be getting his soon. We need to have Jonathan have one. Sound is good for the both of you. So there you go. That's what he says. Bob Ross is here now, too.
Hello,
Okay.
Bob. I know you have a list, a couple of things. As so many of us know that
Mhm.
Renee wears so many hats on this
Yes.
network as the chief
Intentionally so. Intentionally
as a
so.
chief
Yes.
operating officer, and she wears Tardon. She wears endorsed by Tardon Hair Hats for
Mm-hmm.
Women.com.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear myself coming out of your speakers.
Okay.
So
Hold on. I'm dealing with it. Wait. Keep
you
talking.
think we would do this before we went on the air? That we would at
I
least
did do it. It
get it.
looks
No, I
fine.
said I didn't mean. I wasn't criticizing you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Please, I get in trouble for criticizing you, and I don't do that on the air. I promise you, I don't. I know
Anymore. We don't do that
anymore.
anymore
We
because
did
we've
it
had too many
once. We did
discussions
it
about it.
once.
Mhm.
We learned our lesson.
And by we mean
By we know who we are in this scenario.
can you pull your this is the
Speaking.
problem. What did you just say? You said something.
Yeah, I said, speaking of scenarios,
No, but
this is,
pull your camera down because it's all this headroom. It looks like you have the graduation hat on again.
oh no,
There you go.
but I have a thing today.
You had that thing yesterday.
I know.
Yeah, what is
I
it?
still have it. I don't know.
Don't do it.
It's a
What do you mean
thing.
you don't kn wait,
It's a
you
thing.
don't
It's like
know?
these guys. It's like these guys. This is old man
No, that's
bruises.
not what that is. That's an actual injury. I noticed when that came. That was from 2 days ago.
Yep.
That's an actual injury. It didn't
I
just
know.
randomly happen.
I hit my wrist, my hand against something as I was walking by.
I know, and I was thinking about it last night, and I was actually worried about those exact things that you've now showed me.
Thank
And I
you.
was like, "What did he hit his hand on again?" And then I was good, and I didn't ask you, and I said, "I'll ask him later."
Yes.
Because I'm learning not to just barrage you with that. So, like, I thought about it, I worried
Hmm.
about it,
Yes.
and I didn't bother you with it. Isn't that nice? My mother helps me with that now. There are meetings for this, some of which is my mother, who's a psychologist,
Yeah.
and I tell
Oh,
her, "I'm worried about Dennis with this, but I'm not bothering him with it. I'm bothering
this
you with it."
this weekend, Renee and I made it's something that I need to admit to, and I need to just come clean with the audience about, is that I came to the realization this weekend that I'm an attentionaholic.
Yeah, this is like a real thing, right?
I am. There is
Hi,
like
Dennis.
literally not enough attention in the world. That it doesn't matter how much there is, I can never get enough of it, and I'm an attentionaholic. And
That's
the
the
thing
aholic
is,
part. That's the aholic part,
that's
which
my
is that there's
aholic
never
part of
enough. It's not an
attention.
enough
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So we
Mhm,
decided that we were going to see if we couldn't get me to some meetings, and there are
mhm.
some meetings that's called Attentionaholics Non-Anonymous.
Non-anonymous because
It have to be. You couldn't have attention. You couldn't have an attentionaholic who would go to an anonymous meeting. That would misses the point. So apparently, all our meetings will
totally
be
misses the
public.
point.
All our meetings will be public.
All of
So they're
and
all poor.
everyone is
In other words,
invited. Everyone is
everyone can
invited.
come and they have to sit on the outside of the meeting circle when I say, my name is Dennis and
Mhm,
I am an attentionaholic.
mhm. And then I say, "Hi, Dennis.
Oh,
Hello,
thank you.
Dennis."
Thank you. Thank you. Uh,
Very dispassionate,
I have
very
had
professional.
exactly. And it's
Very
important. And
professional.
the thing is that it's not that I want to remove myself from being, because like an alcoholic, this is in my DNA. It's not something that I can help. It's just something I can, but I would like to manage it so that it doesn't run my life, so that I'm not chasing attention, so that I can accept the attention that is, but I don't have to chase it all the time, because I find when I chase attention, it diminishes me. But it's important. I can't, I have to just accept that I have attention.
Okay, so I was thinking about this today. Okay, first of all, why am I taller than you now? I hate that. Can you just bring the thing down? Just bring it
Oh,
down.
sure.
Go down. Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. Fantastic.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
So Jonathan said, at least that attention seeking never took a turn toward the world of asshole nature.
Ah, well, there is an Assholes Anonymous that is part of this group also. So, but these are recovering assholes.
Yeah.
I don't happen to be, you know, I've certainly been interesting that it's all around the groin area. I have been a dick. Sometimes I've been an asshole, but it's anyway, Jonathan, so you see his influence on me? This is on Jonathan. This is not on me. It's on Jonathan. I blame
Oh my
Jonathan.
gosh. Okay. Here's the thing. Wait, first I have to put our okay. I have too much to say right now. Have you ever had so much to say? That's happened to me a lot lately.
Oh,
I have
Renee,
so much to
you always have so much to
I'm
say.
reframing right now. That's what I'm doing. Like there's words that want to go and I'm just like, no, 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 stay back. Yeah. Okay. So and the comments on SDF are not loading for me. So guys, I can't see you over there. I can only see the ones who are on the other streams. I'm so sorry. I don't know why.
But you brought a list of topics in
We
today.
have too many topics, but first what I wanted to say
Do you know how much time you would save if you didn't spend time saying what you wanted to say and instead just went ahead and say it? You
Okay.
could really edit. You could really do a lot in this.
Okay. What I want to say too many things, and so I'm trying to be a good girl right now. I'm trying to be very good. I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to be more pithy because there's so much going on in the comments that I can see that I want to reply. I see everybody. Okay. So, and by the way, this is the chocolate wine. So I have chocolate wine in here if y'all want to see it. It does not taste that good. I am not buying it again.
Hitting the
Okay.
sauce early.
I'm hitting the sauce early. Okay. Right. Well, one thing that I wanted to okay, I want to talk I want to do people said that we should be talking about daring because I wrote a
Pardon me?
poem daring about being, risk taking, daring, courage, like going for it. The whole like going for it attitude.
Oh my God. And so you wrote a poem about it.
I wrote a poem about it last night. That's why people want to talk about it.
Okay,
And
then read the poem.
oh no, I don't have it queued up. I don't it's
Well,
fine.
okay, I'll do something else. You go
No,
ahead.
okay,
I'll
fine.
look.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, here. No, but it's not like a good like seriously. It's not I'm Jonathan Phipps, okay? I'm doing it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna do it. Come back. Seriously, come
It's okay.
back.
It's fine.
I'm gonna
I
do it.
got
And
plenty to
then
do.
here's the thing. Wait, I shouldn't have said shit. You see, this is what happens. Okay, all right, I'm gonna read it. Y'all know which poem I'm talking about. I'm finding it on my Facebook. I didn't actually publish it anywhere else. I just put it on Facebook because Michael Pierce, the great artist, posted a poem and I was like mimicking it. And Dennis, you're gonna hate it. No, you need to come back because I'm only gonna read it if you're on the screen because the whole point is you're gonna hate this poem.
Okay. I'll be happy to hate it.
Jonathan said
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to
you're
hate.
gonna hate it though. Do I really need to do this? Like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm
Oh,
doing it.
okay.
I'm doing it. Or do I send it to you and you read it? That would be even
No,
fun.
please read it.
All right. Yeah. Yes, Jonathan wrote a response piece as well. All right, it's called Go to Sleep because I was going to sleep. Okay. All right. So Dennis, remember that I'm telling you now that you're going to hate this. Go to sleep. You shouldn't be thinking. Time to stop wandering. Keep your saddle in place. She doesn't mean anything. No, fuck it, I messed it up. She doesn't mean nothing. She can't mean everything. Say no to your feelings. Say no to everything. The last time you pursued beauty, it stopped your heart. Now your chest is barren and you can never beat again, you silly fool. You are angry. You are dirty. You haven't combed your hair in a million years. The world has grown tired and stupid. You have become tired and stupid. You have become the last thing on earth you ever wanted to become. When you met her, you hated yourself. That's why you said yes. You will never say yes to anything ever again. You are brazen. You are bold. Stop lying. You were brazen. You aren't bold. Still lying. You aren't brazen. You aren't bold. There you go. Keep waiting for the right time. When the time comes, say no. Say it again louder this time for the people in the back. No. No movement, no progress, no risk taking, no fence shaking. Stay in your place and take orders, you baby. Don't ever call anyone baby. You can't call anyone baby. Okay, you can call her baby, but that's because society tells you it's okay. You may only call her baby and only for the proper duration of time that it is culturally acceptable for you to call this one woman baby. Follow the rules. You're too mature to be speaking this way, feeling this way. Your feelings unfortunate, your feelings irrelevant, your feelings get in the way or of better feelings that aren't feelings, but programming, brainwashing, rote memorization, muscle memory, habit, routine, adulting. Fuck, I lost it. Wait, there's another line. There's another line. Hold on. Erase the goodness with lessness. Never be better. Never be happy. Happiness has hurt you. Be middle ground. Lie to yourself. Tell them it's fine. Say that you're fine. You have coffee at the table tomorrow, awaiting. Go to sleep. Everyone says they know who I wrote this about. Michael Pierce wrote a poem and I copied it, basically. That's what ripping somebody off looks like, by the way. All right, Dennis.
What were you saying with that? Again, with poetry, you have to understand, I just don't, in music and poetry, there are many times that I don't get what, it's like I'll read a poem and go, and everybody will go, and I'll go, I have no idea what that's. So as the author, tell me what was your impetus there?
No, that's the thing. Okay, so you're gonna cringe me because my mom, I made her read it. And then she did that. She kept asking me questions, and I was like, "Haven't you ever been to a literature class?" Like, and I was like, "Look, you have to you weigh in. The other person weighs in. Like, what does it
Okay.
mean to you? What does it mean to you?"
It felt like it was a taunt
Mm-hmm.
that the person was saying the exact opposite, that they were making the person, the narrator who was talking to this person was
Mm-hmm.
saying, do the exact opposite of everything I'm telling you. You're a worm, you're a low life, you're a nothing, you're doing nothing with your life. That the intent of it, or at least
Mm-hmm.
what I hoped the intent of it was a bad, a poorly described way of encouraging in other words, using negative encouragement in order to get the person, you lazy shit, get the fuck
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of
yeah,
that,
yeah.
that kind of a
Mm-hmm.
that kind
Mm-hmm.
of a thing. Something that and you're right, I don't like it. I don't like the
I know.
tone.
That's why I didn't want to read it.
I don't like the
He
tone.
hates
I
it.
don't like but yet the
Mm-hmm.
fans, you said, wanted to talk about daring, and how daring,
Daring. Right.
how does that
So,
relate to daring?
oh, it's okay. So I don't know if anyone's read T.S. Eliot's poem, "The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock," but it's
That was
kind of
in
like
that's in the book you and I are both reading right now, which was 4321
four, three, two, one. Right. And
by
so
what, Doris? What is his first name? Oh shit! What is this?
I'm really bad with names.
All
But
right,
the
doesn't
but
matter.
the but
Four,
the
three,
essence
two,
of
one.
it, right, but the essence of it is like, somebody who doesn't take any chances, somebody, no who doesn't have daring, someone who's given up on their dreams. And yes, and I'm getting a lot of DMs from people saying, "Did you write this about me? This is exactly how I feel about myself."
So,
So
yeah, all right, exactly about how we feel about ourselves at the lowest. So the way I could see that and see
mhm,
it valid for me is
mhm,
that if this is my inner voice
mhm,
at my worst talking to
right,
me, so
mhm,
that if
right,
if if I take it outside of you and say, okay, well, this is when I'm at my worst, when I'm at my lowest,
mhm,
these are the kinds of things that I say to myself.
mhm.
So that I can understand, and that's why I hate it.
Right, that's why you hate it, right? That's why you hate it, because you struggle with that. That's why I didn't want to share it with you, but it's okay.
Why
It's
wouldn't you want to share that with me if it is? I mean, this is you
I don't
have to
have any
share
emotion.
with me. No, you have to share with me things. It not always things that I will just particularly like just bringing. It's things that you can broaden my understanding. You can
Well,
help me
I'm not
learn and grow.
right. Well, I'm not Jonathan Phipps. I don't have, I'm not a poet. I don't identify that way. I haven't had a particularly great, and that's okay. Like, it's like, that's not my thing really. So it's okay. I was very inspired by the one that Michael Pierce posted, which was kind of similar. It's kind of like an Allen Ginsberg style, like Allen Ginsberg who did America, that long poem. It's sarcastic, sort of. A lot of people, it didn't take them that way. A lot of people thought it was softer than that. You picked up on the acerbic nature of it.
It was
So this has
awful. It was just, are you
you
kidding?
did.
I mean, the kinds of things that you said in that
Well,
poem,
don't say me.
awful.
It's the poet.
You're
It's
the poet. No, what I'm
but
saying
there's
is
a
that
separation.
no, I understand that. But
Separation.
if you write a scene about an abuser and you write a scene about an abuser, you can point to the abuse that person does, right? When this
Right.
poem, that the narrator, in my opinion, is abusing the person. In other words, when I'm doing that to myself, I'm abusing myself, and not in the way I did as a teenager. I'm
Let me
talking about,
Okay, no, I see what you're saying, but let me that's a point. Counterpoint. I've had this situation. So imagine that, let's do an improv where I'm sitting here and I'm being really down on myself and I'm giving up on all of my dreams because I don't want to take that risk and I'm just being like a lump and I'm down on myself and I'm sitting here going, "No, I don't have what it takes. I'm just going to give up on everything. Like I suck. Like I like just suck." And so you know what, Dennis, like I'm giving up on my entire life. I'm just going to do it and that's fine. And I'll just tell everyone that I'm fine every day and I'll just keep going out and I'll do my golf instead of doing my art and I'll just keep doing that shit and I'll just do the dinner parties and the potlucks. And you know what? That's enough for me. I don't want to give any more to the world because I think I'm a piece of shit. And then, yes, there's a type of dentist who could come in and say, "Oh, there. I'm so sorry. You're upset. How can I help?" There's another dentist who could respond and say, um, "Well, yeah, give up. That's fine. I mean, most people live normal lives. Like, fine, whatever."
excuse me,
Yes.
that there is not that type of dentist. Now, there
Right.
is a type of dentist that could get very annoyed at you and sit there and go, "What the fuck is going on? How come
Right.
what are you doing? What happened? What is the deal? This isn't who I know. This isn't who I know."
Now
That
put in a
yes, and
spice.
then there is a dentist who would be annoyed at you just
Mhm.
because and just pissed. There are a lot of different dentists, just not the one that says it's okay. That's the only
Right.
dentist that wouldn't be there.
Right.
That's out of character.
Okay, so now keep the dentist that you just said who would be concerned and would kind of fight for me, right? Would fight for me to fight for myself. And now just sprinkle on the tiniest bit of sarcasm and you have that poem. It's out of love. It's out of total love. It's not
Well,
abuse.
yes, I can see that it is
So
out
that's
of
what it is.
total love.
It is
Let me just tell you, so is a belt.
no, it's not a belt. No one else is saying it's abuse. I haven't heard
Okay,
anybody.
I'm just
Okay.
saying. I'm just saying.
No, but if you said to
So is a.
me,
I'm doing this because I
No,
love you.
stop.
Lord. Okay, no, I'm just saying, Renee, there are different types of people. There are different types of people,
No,
and I'm
like
just
you
telling
could
you
say,
can't I have my own interpretation of your art?
of course. And again, it's not really my art. I did rip it off. I wouldn't publish that. Like I don't feel comfortable about publishing that because it's not really mine. But my point is that I relate. It would be like you saying this to me. This is if
No,
I
no,
say
and I don't, and I think that would be horrible. But where I do relate to you is where you saying is that you saying that this is a internal dialogue within Dennis's head when
Mhm.
I'm at my lowest, when I'm at my
Oh, okay. Yeah.
darkest.
Mhm.
If it's internal dialogue about what I've said to myself, then you've nailed it. Then it's absolutely
Well, no, it's
appropriate.
well,
It's
I'll
just I
tell you.
can't say it. And again, I know how hypocritical that sounds.
No, 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 it's okay. That's why I
I
didn't want
accept
to
the
share.
hypocrisy of it.
That's why I didn't want to share this particular poem with you, but because I felt like for you it was more of a trigger area, just because different people experience things differently. But for people who don't have that trigger, it's more of a loving thing of if I said if I said Renee, I'm a piece of shit. I'm giving up on everything. I'm gonna have a normal humdrum life because I'm not good enough and I don't have what it takes. If you said to me, well, all right then, fine. I guess that's all you're worth then, Renee. Fine. So, give up. Give up. That's right. You just sit there, you go out there, that's fine. That's fine
Oh
because
man, that
you know what
hurts
I
me
mean?
so
Like that
much.
it's that response.
That to me is no matter how self-loathing I am or now never how wallowing I am,
Mhm.
that's not how I want to be treated.
Well, I know, but people have done that to me before and I
No,
see it as love.
I understand,
I see that as
and
love.
they feel exactly, and you can, and it's the differences in our personality. To you, that would be love. To you, that
Okay,
would
we
connote
can't
that
do
they
this with
loved
you.
and they cared.
This
That
is not what we do with Dennis. This is not what I
I
ever
don't
do.
think that I don't think that I don't think that that's a valuable technique. I don't
Well,
think that
it
that's the most constructive way to deal with my particular personality. I mean, we all have different
yours.
personalities. Like there are a number of people who say, "Man, all you got to do is to tell me I can't do it. Tell me I'm a
Right,
lowly
right.
worm. Tell me
The
I'm the worst thing
contrary
that ever came,
attitude, right?
and then I'll do everything in my power to prove
Mhm.
you wrong."
Yeah. Mhm.
And that's a type of person, and that's a personality that will do that. I don't tend to respond
Right.
to that kind
You
of
respond to
negative
positive
encouragement.
reinforcement.
I'm much more of a positive encouragement
Yes.
than I am a negative. It doesn't mean that it isn't valuable, and certainly there are many people who respond to negative
No one
encouragement who
size fits
feel
all. Yeah, there's no
exactly.
one
This is
size
just the
fits all.
differences in our personalities, and that's why I hated your poem.
That's why I knew you would hate my poem. And again, it's not really mine. I don't want to take full credit for it because I think
I know
that's
you keep
there's a
saying
lot
that.
in there.
I have to wait and hate something else that you too fully take credit for
Yeah,
before
yeah.
you can
Wait till
actually
I
do it.
yeah.
And to be able, but speaking of that, I mean, it's just like I was right before the show, I was reading your latest novella. Tell me about the novellas that you've started doing this. This is thumb novels and
Oh, right. Yeah,
so thumb
Jonathan.
novellas.
Right. Yeah. So Dennis is making the plunge in there. He's going to help me with it because I'm publishing my old poems my old stories, novels in parts, but I'm also doing a fresh one on the go. It's going to help me be less verbose. Dennis is helping me with that. He's a communication coach. So, of course, that helps. Okay. He's always telling me to stop the Raylude, but I'm publishing this thing and it's just fiction and it's meant to be read on the go. It's under 2,000 words per installment, and most people read them on their mobile devices. So yes, I write it like in bed with my thumbs, just like what he showed, and he just started reading it.
These are thumb novellas. All right, what do you mean by the word just fiction?
Well, I have friends who are writing these nonfiction books, and I've written nonfiction. You and I have done
I know,
reporting,
but
and
what does the
there are
words
little differences.
just fiction mean?
I don't know. It's like maybe I have an elitism about but I love fiction. Fiction is my lifeblood, you know.
Okay,
It's
okay,
just
but
that,
the
yeah.
point was
But
is
you're
that
encouraging me.
so
Dennis
I
is
started
encouraging me.
reading. So I didn't want to read it, but I decided I wanted to because you're into this, and it's really important that
Why
I
didn't
stay
you want to
current.
read it? Why did you say you
No,
didn't want to read
because it's just because I've got a lot going on, and and you start and you do stuff. That's not the point. But the point
it? You don't
is
have
that
to
I
read it, by
began
the way.
reading.
I was very
So
surprised.
I began reading. I began reading this latest one, the latest installment, and my God, woman, your writing is beautiful. It
Thank you for
is
saying that.
powerful, and considering that we're reading one of this Pulitzer Prize-winning, acclaimed authors. His name is, oh, for God's sakes, let's look it up. Just so we're going to stop
It
doing this. I
it meant a
apologize.
lot to me that you had praise for the writing, because to me, I didn't, this is the one I'm writing on the go. It's called
Paul Paul Auster, and the thing is that just your wordsmithing in this,
thank you.
the pieces that you had, they're so real, they're clear. I was able to get into the character. I'm hearing a lot of echo coming
Okay, I'll
from
change it.
of my voice coming from your
Sorry.
speakers.
Okay. All right, it should be gone now.
Okay, so but anyway, your writing is just astonishing. It's a beautiful. The writing is lyrical. It's clear. I was able to get into the character almost immediately, and within just a few sentences, and it's funny and pithy. It's just really good. I mean, it's another part of your talent,
Thank
and
you.
so I really enjoy it. I'm
Thank you for
really enjoying.
I really
But anyway,
appreciate.
but how do fans get connected to these novellas?
Jonathan will post it. I think you have to belong to Wattpad to do it. But Jonathan, if you could post that link, that would be really cool. I know Jonathan posted it on the Tardon Media Network Facebook page. If you guys don't belong there, make sure you subscribe. Also, if you're not on our YouTube yet, please go to our YouTube channel, Tardon Media, right here on YouTube. Please hit subscribe, because we're going to start channeling more and more stuff into those two venues. But thank you for saying that, Dennis. It encouraged me. It encourages me to keep going, because we want to have here at the network. We want to have a literary section. We want to have music. We want to have the TV programming, films and scripts, of course. And I was inspired by Key of Three, which was written by yourself and Cynthia, your writing partner. I was
Cynthia
actually
Song.
inspired to write this by that writing style and by that character development. So it's all related, stuff. But we want to be able to
But
have
who doesn't? It's all parts of the buffalo.
yes, it's all part of the buffalo. And thank you, Jonathan, for posting that. But to get back to what we were saying about daring, is this sort of thing, because I'm at this thing in my life, and a lot of people can relate to this, where it's like, do I want to keep going ahead with my dream? What am I willing to do for that dream? Do I have
Exactly.
what it takes? Do I believe in myself? Do I believe in
Hmm.
the other people whom I'd have to, rely on to do this with? And or do I want to just give up and, quote unquote, isn't there a beauty in just having a life where you don't do your dream and you give everything up? You don't have that satisfaction. Like, maybe that sacrifice is in and of itself worthy of something.
Well,
That's like a
yes,
counterintuitive.
of course, of course, it's worthy of something. But is it what you want? Does it fulfill your destiny? What is it? What does Paulo Coelho do? Your personal legend.
The personal legends,
So
yes.
is that if that is your personal legend, if
Mhm.
staying and supporting someone else and staying and being the second, or just staying in your home and meditating during, for and or whatever it is, that is your personal legend. Nobody can choose that for you. It's that if
Right.
you're if we are looking outside of ourselves
Hmm.
to make that decision, that's where I'm finding that it's dangerous.
Give me an example of what you mean by that.
I am doing this. I'm going to medical school because my parents told me that I needed to be a doctor.
Right. It's extrinsic, not intrinsic.
Exactly. And I'm only
That's
talking intrinsic. And that's why I was talking about that poem that I hate, is about about the internal conversation, because I think it's mean.
Mhm.
To me it would not have been, if I was that person,
Mhm.
that would have set me back. It would set me back to
Right,
to
which is
have
why I
that.
keep that why I keep that from you because different strokes for different folks.
But
I'm
it doesn't,
actually, yeah.
it didn't affect me because it didn't feel like it was directed toward me. Are you trying to tell me something?
I've been asked that. I posted that last night, and it must have been at least 12 people, at least, who who are asking if I wrote that for them. So that's how many people it did resonate with on some level.
That many people hated it?
No, none of them hated it. You're the only
Oh,
person who
I'm
hated it.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't
I
think
thought
Chris
we could
liked
have
it.
a group. We could
I
make a
don't think
group
Chris liked it.
of this poem haters of Renee Yaworsky's poem group.
I have good poems. You like my religious or my ecstatic poems. I do
Oh,
have ecstatic poems that are very beautiful.
there's
Very
so
beautiful.
many, so much of your poetry that I love. I'm just
Right.
saying this intern.
Jonathan
Uh,
wrote a response. Jonathan wrote an acerbic response. He wrote a response poem. I can't access it at this exact second, but Jonathan was inspired to
so
actually write
anyway,
a
so
response.
daring. Yes, I think daring and being willing. I mean, here, what I'm learning. I mean, at this particular place in my life is to
Hmm.
be able to say, okay, well, I'm either going for it or I have no idea if I'm even going to wake up tomorrow. So I might as well just give this all I got.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Or even
But
if you,
that's not where you are. You're in a different place. Where are you? What you wrote that to yourself, right?
no, I didn't. No. You just asked me if I wrote it for you. Now you're asking if I wrote it for me.
Yeah.
Who did I write it for? What's your gut instinct? What's your gut instinct?
I have no idea. That's why I have the author. I don't have to have a gut instinct because I have the author. I can ask right here, right in front of me.
Oh, that's so funny.
I
Yes,
mean,
and
really,
tell
I
me
mean, if
your
I had William Shakespeare, do you think I would be sitting there going, well, in your 123rd sonata, you did this, and this is what you meant by that. Why not just ask the author?
you make me feel so special because you're the iconic interviewer. And so for you to ask me questions on air is a dream come true for me. So I just want to just give that some space. I want to say a couple more things about daring, okay? Because we want to wrap soon because the time is going so fast. I know it's crazy. I can't believe that the time is going this fast. I want to just be here for 10 hours. Seriously. Like that's how much we have to talk about.
Amen to that.
We didn't get
That
anywhere.
is
Right. It's just there's so much going on. Hal Aaron Cohen, who's here, said it's someone else's knife. Renee is only twisting it. I think that's funny.
yeah,
I
no
have okay.
question.
Or let me say something then. Okay, I'm gonna get something off my chest about daring because a lot of people want to talk about daring right now. And I agree. I do have a pet peeve. I do have a dog in this fight. My I and I was talking about this with someone today. I do get a little bit irritated with people who and myself like if someone is not motivated about what they're doing because then I just say, well, why are you doing that? Just go do the thing, whatever it is that you're passionate about, go and do that. I don't like the idea. A lot of that poem was authentic when I see people all the time being like, well, most people that I have met at some point in their lives have said to me some shit like, well, I don't really want to be doing X right now, but and they'll do like a and
It pays
it
the
just
bills.
it no, not even that. Like everyone, I understand that. It's not about just like there'll be some reason that's like not that's like to me, quote unquote, stupid, which I hate that word, but like it makes me that angry. It's my personal pet peeve. Is someone who is doing things that they consider wasting their lives. It's not about my
Boy,
opinion about
that
the
is
past.
not judgmental at all.
I look, I'm a judgmental anonymous. Hello, my name is Renee, and I
I am telling you, you are really. I think you need a meeting. I think
I they do have meetings for that.
maybe you need to get together with a few of your friends who might have the same problem.
I
Maybe
feel
that's possible.
I
I'll be
feel
in my attentionaholics
okay. Okay.
non anonymous meeting, and you can go to
Onomatopoeia.
your non anonymous, and you
Onomatopoeia.
be in your judgmentalist anonymous meeting.
I didn't mean it that way, but, like, it drives me nuts, like, it drives me fucking nuts, and I've never said it out loud before,
I
like,
know.
but it
Perhaps
makes me
you
crazy.
are powerless over your judgmentalism.
Yeah,
Perhaps, just maybe,
is that a
maybe.
callback to memes? Are you making it people who don't know, they're, like, confused right now, but the people who
No,
know
no,
what
no,
these
no, no,
references
no. If you have not watched enough television to know anything
well,
about the
they're supposed to
12-step
do this like
programs
on a
and
baby
enough
show.
media to know enough about the 12-step program, you're not watching enough media.
You're not watching enough. Okay. Well, Dennis and I are going to talk about. There was a whole cohort of our fans who also really wanted to talk about the sexualization in TV of young adults, but I don't think we can possibly like if we do that now, we're not going to do it justice because we spent a
Did
long.
you watch a chair?
Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, my
Did you
mom is
watch the
watching.
whole thing?
No, I'm on episode 3, so don't. But
Did
let's talk
all
about
right? Did you see
the
where
chair.
Holland
Has
Taylor? Did
Sandra
you see
Sandra,
where Sandra Oh and Holland Taylor went into the
and it's written
boys'
by
gym?
Amanda Peets.
Did you see where they went into the men's gym?
No, I didn't get there.
Okay, well, we'll talk about sexualization after you see that.
Oh, okay. So maybe we'll do that. So the next R&D Cafe, we will do that. And if anyone hasn't seen The Chair,
I
it
would
is on
love to talk.
Netflix.
I would love
Very
to
good.
talk about sexual. It doesn't blow anything. It's just a tiny little scene. It's just something that would be
Okay.
interesting that I would be interested to talk about,
Okay.
because I think sexualization is a really important
Of young
subject.
people, yeah.
But
Like mhm.
what
The Chair,
what about
people are
old
asking for.
people? I mean, Holland Taylor plays
No,
plays an
I
older.
know. I'm
What do
just
you mean
saying
of a young people? What are
specifically.
you so
No,
ageist about? We ought
specifically.
to talk about ageism too on you. You young lady.
Can you stop? Oh my gosh, so old. People no, The Chair is available on Netflix, people. So if you want to watch The Chair, you just go to Netflix and type in The Chair. It's about an English department at a like an Ivy League type. It's a
Not an
it's
Ivy
like an
League, a
Ivy.
small private college.
Pembroke is totally supposed to be like a Princeton or something, or a Dartmouth,
No, I don't think it's supposed to be quite that
or like
big.
a Cornell, or like an
Yeah, no,
Ivy.
no, maybe like a Barnard or one of the
Oh,
one of the. I
but
think
it's
it's one of
upscale.
those. I think it's more of a boutique university, a smaller school, but I don't think it's supposed to be quite the Princeton,
But liberal
Harvard,
arts, though,
but a
definitely not
liberal
as
arts
STEM, but
bastion
liberal
and a
arts.
very, very, very high. They get top
Well, let's not
professors.
talk about that because if people haven't seen it, then it's like a boring conversation. But anyways, we have to go. I have to go to the bathroom so bad I'm going to die. And then Dennis, I will see you stay after class. Professor Yaworsky wants to have a discussion with you.
She's here
Bye,
setting
everybody.
call.
We will
Hey,
be
thank
back.
you everyone for coming to the R&D
Thank
Cafe today. You
you.
spent, of all the time, things that you could possibly doing, you spent time with us. God bless you all.
Let's come
God bless
back.
you.
We'll come back
Thank
and
you.
see him. Okay. It went. The time went.